Welcome, WolfTheWolfettes. We are back with the brilliant Cult of the Lamb on the PlayStation 5. And I hope you guys and girls are having an absolutely fantastic day. Now, word of warning, once again, it's currently 35 degrees in my room because every single time I record at the moment, we seem to get a heat wave in England. So I am an absolute sweaty mess at the moment. You can probably see how shiny my face is. So I'm currently melting, so apologies if I look an absolute state at the moment. But today we're going to be starting our playthrough of Cult of the Lamb. Now, if you've never heard of this game, Cult of the Lamb is like the Blinding of Isaac, Hades, Returnal mixed together with a game like Animal Crossing, and it is a sublime combination. Like, you wouldn't think that those two genres would go together very well, but they go together beautifully in this game. I think the only downside to this game, depending on how you play, you could very easily get through this game maybe in 10 to 15 hours if you just blasted through it, maybe a bit longer on a higher difficulty, so that's the only downside to this game. But other than that, this game is a solid 9 out of 10. But you get to build your very own cult, take care of them, feed them, build all of the amenities that they need. Their loyalty will rank up, they will give you devotion that you can use to upgrade your character, unlock little perks and stuff like that, make your lamb stronger, because as this is a roguelike game, when you go into the dungeons, if you die, you do lose some of your stuff when you get sent back home, and your followers will also lose some faith in you. So you want to go to these dungeons and you want to kick butt. You want to make sure that you defeat the bosses and come back with lots of supplies so that your cult don't starve. All sorts of stuff you have to manage and pay attention to in this game, but it is fantastic. But the story of this game is basically there is 4 bishops, and each of them have got a chain that is keeping a creature beneath the earth captive, this god captive. And then you are going to be working for that captive god to kill the 4 bishops so that you can release this god. That's basically what the story is of this game. Not sure why I bother telling you, you're about to find out now, but yeah, let's get straight into things. Now, this is my off-camera playthrough. As you can see, I've been playing for 10 hours and 27 minutes and I've only killed 1 bishop so far, and that is because I spend too much time in my cult just building things and making everything look pretty. But yeah, depending on how you play, this could be a meaty game, but it also can be relatively short. But let's get straight into things. Sorry for talking so much. Praise the Lamb, conduit to great power, promised liberator of the one who waits below. Yet sacrificial beast, take heed, for a crown cannot sit upon 2 brows. I'll tell you what's sitting upon my brows at the moment. 10 tons of sweat, mate. I am feeling sticky. Oh, yep, here we go. Look, one thing I will say, though, this game's art style is stunning. This is what made me excited for the game when they first announced it, I think last year. It was just the art style of the game. Didn't even know what kind of game it was, but the art style made me want the game. It is beautiful. It's like a hand-drawn masterpiece. Absolutely stunning. Speaking of hand-drawn, if you go onto DeviantArt, you can see a bit of fan art that my sister did for Cult of the Lamb. Her DeviantArt is Chunky Lappy, so go and check it out. She done a very good picture of this lamb right here. Who's that guy? Kneel to be sacrificed. I'm not sure I want to do that. Might just walk away. Okay, I think you can walk away, but I think if you get to the bottom of that pathway, the little cultists will stop you. Before us stands the last of its kind. All others we have hunted down and put to the blade. With this final sacrifice, the prophecy will be impossible to fulfill. The heretic who lies below, bound below, will be condemned to eternal captivity, and the old faith shall be preserved. Come closer, fear not, for thou art already dead. I still have need of you. I still have need of you. Those foolish bishops thought they could keep you from me in death, but instead they sent you straight to me. I will give you life again, but at a price. All I ask is for you to start a cult in my name. Do we have a deal? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, mate. I mean, you're going to bring me back to life. That sounds like a reasonable bargain. Alright, I think we can kick some... Yeah, we can kick some butt now. I don't think you have to worry about taking any damage during this bit. I think you can just go absolutely buck wild. But obviously when you're doing this game, normally you're going to have a health bar. But for this tutorial, you can just go absolutely crazy. Kick the crap out of everybody. Make sure you cut down the grass in this game because you can get grass clippings which you need to use to make farm plots, but also in dire situations you can make mills out of grass. So another thing you need to make sure you have grass for. But your followers will not be happy about it if you feed them grass. But there is a trait you can unlock that makes them not get angry when they have to eat grass, so that's good. Fear not, I am Ratai? That's Ratai, innit? Fear not, I am Ratai. I was once a chosen vessel like you, but those days are lost to the winds. I was sent to guide you. We are deep in the lands of the old faith and in grave danger. My instructions are to lead you to safety. Continue through the woods. Escape lies ahead. I will be close by. Why don't you just stick with me, mate, and help me fight? I don't even know why I'm bothering to smack anything at the moment. I don't think you can get any resources at the moment. This is just a tutorial. Sweet. Lovely. See, I took a bit of damage then. If this wasn't a tutorial, I would be losing half a heart now. But you ain't got to be careful anyway, because this bit, just a tutorial. It's all good. Sweet. Okay, when you get to this bit, this means that you're going to go to the next section of the map. Now, as this is the tutorial, we can only go straight ahead, but when you're playing these levels normally, you've got multiple different routes you can take that lead to various different things. You might find some food, you might find rock or sticks, you might find another follower for your cult, you might find a random area where you meet like a special character. All sorts of shenanigans can go on as you explore through these dungeons and you head towards the final boss of that area. We have nearly reached safety, but look ahead, another poor soul about to be sacrificed. Rescue them and they would have no choice but to join your new cult. Almighty bishops of the old faith, we ask you to accept the sacrifice of this wretched soul. Hi, who interrupts our ritual and trespasses on sacred ground? It's appropriate that the first creature that I find is a deer. For those of you that don't know, I live in an area that's full of fallow deers. Farrow deers, I should say. I did record them. If you search my channel for Wolf Quest Farrow deer, you'll find it. Fallow deer, one or the other. Forget the bloody name. Okay. Now, I don't know if we're going to do a boss battle or not. But this would normally be where you battle a boss. We have reached safety. You have done well. The red crown will allow you to use those markings on the ground to transport yourself great distances. It will take you to a temple that has fallen to ruin. There you will be able to begin your new cult. I will meet you there. Sweet. Now normally you would be doing a boss battle and then you'll take down a mini boss and eventually you'll take down the main bishop of that area. But obviously as this is the tutorial, we can just leave the area with our spoils. Now if this had been a normal dungeon and I died now, I would still have 7 coins, but it would I'd lose maybe a quarter of them. I'd lose like a quarter of the money and resources that I gathered because I died. So even though it's a roguelike sort of game like Hades and Returnal and games like that, it's also a lot more family friendly this time around. Like if you're a person that doesn't like those types of games, you'll be perfectly fine with this game. It's a lot more reasonable than other games of this genre. Some of those games are brutal, especially Returnal and stuff like that. I think we're going to pull it on hard. We'll pull it on hard, and depending on how well we're doing, we might switch it to extra hard, because you can change the difficulty at any time in the settings. We're going to stick it on hard for now, and if it's too easy, we'll put it on extra hard. This hollowed ground, which once was mine, is now yours. This crumbling ruin is to be the site of your new cult. We have much to do. We begin by indoctrinating this poor soul into the warm embrace of your cult. Followers can gather resources for you. Order this one to collect lumber or stone. Alright, I probably want you to be gathering me some lumber, to be honest. I do need quite a few logs, because that seems to be the thing I run out of the most off camera. Stone seems to be something that I just find regularly. Right, so before we create this character, if any of you guys and girls want to be in my cult, go to my community tab on YouTube or find my Twitter post, but it's probably easier to go to my YouTube community tab. And if you want to be part of my cult, let me know on that post. At the moment, I think I've got like 8 people that want to be in my cult, and I think there's like 20 cult members we can have. So get in there soon, because spots will fill up possibly. Not that many people comment, but just in case everyone decides to comment this time. Okay. Convert me to your cult. I will follow your teachings faithfully. You bloody better, mate, because I am not a reasonable god. I will punish you. Okay, right. So we're going to name this one Chunky Lappy. So I think we'll name this one... We won't name them Chunky Lappy, we'll name them Lappy. Because I want to have names that at least look decent. Not to insult your name, Chunky Lappy. Chunky Lappy's my sister, if you didn't know. I did mention it in this video. Okay, there's Lappy. Okay, now as you progress through this game, you're going to unlock different follower forms, and you can have all sorts of different followers in your group. Some of them are easy to get just by progressing through the game, and some of them you get in much more confusing ways, or tedious ways, or like more, you know, more like shenanigans is involved in it. But I've got this one right here because I pre-ordered the game, so I've got this like Cthulhu looking guy. So we're going to make Chunky Lappy an alien because I think she'll like that. I'm going to make her name Chunky Lappy just because I'm going to say Chunky Lappy over and over again, so I might as well just say, right, Chunky Lappy. There we go, Chunky Lappy. I know my sister loves a blue, so we're going to make her this blue. Now, just a word of warning, your followers will die in this game of old age. So if you do have any followers you like, they will die, but there is things you can do to bring them back to life if you do like them a lot. But your cult members don't always like it if you bring people back to life, so... Just a word of warning. Hey, look at this. She's got some good traits as well. Heals 15% faster when sick and in bed rest. 15% easier to level up. Gullible. Lovely. And then we can add some like face paint. We'll put this on there. Look at that. That looks pretty dap. Yeah, we'll go with that. There we go. And that is our first cult member. Right, go and get me some wood. You can also gather up materials yourself if you need them. By your hand, our cult will grow powerful, but your followers cannot live on prayer alone. They must eat. Gather the necessary resources and build a cooking fire. It will allow you to prepare meals for your followers. Okay. Right, I'll go and get the rocks, Chunky Lappy. You go and get me some logs. But that chest up the top next to the stairs, that is a chest that will be filled with resources that your characters gather, your cultists gather up whilst you're out doing dungeon missions. Lovely. Okay. I think we're going to build, what I might do is up here, I think I might have like my cooking area and also where my church will be. And I think over here might be where I build like all of the housing and stuff like that. This bit in the centre here is going to be reserved for the bonfire where everybody's going to worship you and you're going to generate devotion. And you can use that to unlock a lot more buildings and stuff like that. But this I think we will put... I should probably clear out this area first. 1 minute, let me get rid of this first. Those berry bushes, that's going to be probably your main source of food for a very, very long time. But once you loot them, they do vanish. But you can plant seeds, but you need to start making plots of land to do that. And like I mentioned, you need to get grass to do that. I think it's grass and coins to make a plot of farmland. And don't worry, Chunky Lappy, I've already done it. You don't have to come running over. I move like a beast. Alright, I'm going to skip through all this because I already know all the stuff. Alright, collect berries and cook a meal. Just clearing out a little bit of space because there's going to be quite a few things we need to build during this tutorial. I'm going to need to clear out all this area over here as well. As you progress through dungeons and stuff and you start making your way towards the bishops, you will unlock various different decorations and things that you can use just to make your campsite look a lot more beautiful. So at first it will look pretty naff, but as you play the game more and more and more, you unlock a lot of decorations, to be honest, and you can really make your camp look pretty nice, to be honest. There's a lot of options. Make sure you hit the green, because if you hit the red, it will burn the food. Now we must build a shrine, but first we will need more followers and more gold, both of which can be found when crusading through the lands of the old faith. Our mutual benefactor, the one who waits, has been trapped by the 4 bishops of the old faith. Each of them guards a chain that binds him to the realm beyond. We have conjured openings to their realms. It is your task to track them down and slay them so that... Oh, God. Oh, bloody hell. Shit. Flipping exploded. It is your task to track them down and slay them so that he may be freed. Now go. There you shall find gold and willing recruits, and for those who are not willing, convert them by... false. Sorry about Wolf Puppets, Jesus. Okay, so before we can do anything, we need to return to the lands of the old faith, get more gold and get more followers. Yeah, I think we probably need about 3 or 4 followers, so we should be able to get a Keeley new one in this video, who I will name just Keeley. Possibly Steve King, maybe Wolf Moon. I think they responded first, and then we've got to get the real OAF, Macabre Gamer, and Doom like my cousin. So we'll try and get as many of you in here as quick as possible. Oh dear. Right, we've got about 15 or so minutes of this video, so we should be able to at least get through the dungeon once and collect a bunch of stuff. Obviously, you just don't want to die because then you're going to lose a bunch of resources. Here godly blood was spilled. Here did death no longer wish to wait. Lovely. One thing I will say though, this game has got a day and night cycle. When night time transitions to day, every single time, at least on the PS5, there's quite a bit of choppiness with the frame rate. So if you are playing this, you will notice that there's going to be a bit of choppiness when it transitions from night to day. Just when all your followers are waking up and stuff. If you capture these spiders, well, I don't think you can do it here for some reason, but normally you can capture the spiders and you get a little morsel, and you can use it to make relatively crappy meals, just to keep your followers from starving, but sometimes it can make them sick and stuff, so you've got to be careful what you feed your cultists. I don't like calling them cultists, I like calling them followers. Now, every time you start the rand, there's going to be a random weapon, and as you progress through the game and you upgrade things, there's going to be better weapons that will start here. But unfortunately, because it's one of those games where it's a bit of luck involved, sometimes you might have a weapon here that you just don't want to use. It might be a really crappy weapon that you just do not want to use. Entering the lands of the Bishop Leshy. Those who do not follow the ways of old faith will be destroyed. Great. Now this axe is probably my second favourite. I think I prefer to use the sword the most. Especially the sword that's got like the poison ability attached to it. But the axe is my second favourite. It's just relatively slow. Oh shit. Oh my god, what am I taking so much damage already for? Come on. Jesus. Uh-oh. Oh no. It's Leshy. How can this be? You were put to the blade, lamb, as all your kind were, and yet here you are before me, unrepentant. The crown, his power, could it be? But I am stronger still. Turn tail and run, little lamb. Now I've got to be honest with you, Leshy. You're actually a pretty simple boss fight, I've got to be honest with you, mate. I nearly took you down without taking any damage, which I wish I did do because there's a trophy for it. But unfortunately, right near the end of the fight, I got a bit too cocky and took a bit of damage. But you don't heal in this game unless you find hearts amongst like chests or hidden in the grass and stuff like that. And that red stuff you pick up on the floor, those red little dots, that's fever, I think it's called, and that's stuff that can be used for curses, which we don't have yet, but they're like little special moves. They're also randomised as well when you start the dungeon, just like the weapon. When they start glowing like that, that means they're going to charge at you, so just pay attention for them to glow white. Obviously, it's a bit of a pain in the arse to do because there's quite a lot of enemies on the screen sometimes, and you've got all sorts of shenanigans coming at you from all different angles, and it can be a bit of a bloody nightmare. Praise the Lamb, conduit to great power, promised liberator of the one that waits below. So the card showed me once, many lifetimes ago, or has that yet to be? I have always drawn your cards, Lamb, and yet this is the first. Take these cards and I will draw another each time we meet. When drawn by me, they will grant you power. Yeah, these are like mini buffs, and I think they only last for the run that you're doing. So once you end the run that you're doing, all the cards you picked up will be gone. What power? Well, that is both known and unfathomable. The cards, they shall decide. Receive double healing when you pick up health, and then gain an extra heart. We're going to grab this because we've already lost one heart. There you go, we've got one extra heart, temporarily. Lovely. Oh, sweet. Follower will generate devotion faster. Yeah, these necklaces you can give to your followers and they're permanent as well. But when they die, from old age or however they die, if possible, loot their corpse and pick up this necklace so you don't lose it. So you don't lose any of them. But when you loot your followers' dead bodies, your other followers will get pissed off with you. But you don't want to lose out on cool necklaces. Some of them make your followers live for longer, so it's really good. You want to make sure you keep them. As you can see, there's various different routes we can take now, unlike the tutorial. I'm going to go this way just because food can be a bit of a problem early on in the game. So we're going to go this way just to make sure we get some food. And I think flowers as well in this area. Maybe? Nope, just food. Actually, can I just chop these down? Yeah. Don't know, do I have to pick them? Hope I don't get less resources if I just chop them down with the axe. Hopefully not. There, we've got some grass clippings, lovely. We can feed Chunky Lappy a delicious grass clipping meal. Alright, straight to the boss by the looks of it. I want to try and get as much grass as possible just because I want to start building some farmland as soon as possible. Oh, no you don't. I should have mentioned this at the start of the video, but throughout August, because I've not needed to record, I took the advantage to finally change my room around. And I like how my room looks, but unfortunately, I've set things up in a way where I'm a bit too close to my camera now. And I've been using the same sound settings for my voice for the past 5-6 years. So now that I'm closer to the camera, if I do sound a bit loud in this video, I do apologise. I shouldn't do, because I think if I lower everything by an extra like 1, I should be okay. But yeah, I'm a bit too close to the camera for my liking. But as you can see from the little mini map in the corner, I've now got 2 different routes I can take. You can come back and take the other route if you take the wrong one, but it normally leads to something like this, a card or a new weapon, stuff like that. There's also sometimes a little like pedestal over here where you can donate some of your gold to draw a additional card, but I don't recommend you waste your money on that unless you're trying to get the trophy to unlock all the cards. But if you're having a good run and you want to get some extra, you know, some extra life in you to go further in that run, then it's probably beneficial to draw a few more cards. I'm going to go with this one to hopefully get some better chests. Just so we can get some extra money. So we're going to need so much resources for the start of this game. We're not doing too bad now. We took a lot of damage when I first came into this bloody dungeon. Now we're not doing too bad. Started off a bit rusty. Oh! Now I said it, I flipping took damage. Of course I did. I jinxed myself. When you kill the enemies and they leave their skeletons behind, you can't loot them at the moment, but eventually you're going to loot ritual bones from them, and they're very important for performing rituals. So make sure you do whack all of the skeletons on the floor and pick up the bones. You have come far enough, little lamb. My followers are willing to do anything for me. Can you say the same of yours? I reckon Chunky Lappy would do anything for me. I give myself to the cause, almighty leader. By the blood of the great ones, destroy the red crown. Jesus! Just remember, when they glow white, they're probably going to dash at you. Hey, look at that! He just gave birth in front of me. That means I'm smacking a pregnant woman or something. Man, fucking hell. I'm a bit of a bully. Oh! That was... Oh, did you get me? No, you didn't get me. What the hell are you supposed to be? What's that on your head, mate? I don't think I want to bring you back to camp at all. Look at you. Oh, don't cry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to judge your friend. I'm sorry. You're a very handsome monster. You're like Sully from Monsters, Inc. Please spare me. I don't think I've got a choice. Convert me to your cult. I will follow your teachings faithfully. Oh, lovely. Oh. There's not much point me grabbing these right now because I'm not going to get a refinery for a long time. So I might grab a gift just to increase the devotion of somebody, their loyalty. Or a blueprint. This is normally a blueprint for a decoration, so I'll grab this for that. Looks like a potato wrapped in a bit of rope. Don't look like a very good present, does it? Sweet. There you go, we've progressed once. So now we need to do it 4 times and the door will open. So you're going to fight probably 4 mini-bosses and then you can go on another run and you start making your way towards Leshy. His name's Leshy, innit? You start making your way towards Leshy. Okay. Oh, we've got a boost to everything we picked up as well. That's nice. No damage from boss bonus. Oh, sweet. That's how you get a bonus then. Oh, well, there you go. Even more reason not to take damage from the boss. Sweet. I wondered how I got extra stuff sometimes. I didn't even read that at the top. Stupid Beowulf not paying attention. Very good, my vessel. It seems I chose well when I kept you from death. I will be watching your every move. You better not be, mate. Do not disappoint me. And you better not be watching every move I make, because that's a bit perverted, mate. I gotta be honest with you, that's a bit perverted. You don't know what I'm gonna be up to. I've got a lot of cultists. You don't know what my cultists are willing to do for me. If they're very faithful, they might be doing some... Well, I shouldn't be saying this, because some of my cultists are my family members. But yeah, who knows what they're up to. Hey, give me my... Oh, I guess it's because I haven't got the tutorial yet. I am relieved to see you made it safely, and you have not returned alone. You have convinced more to join our faithful flock. Let us indoctrinate this new convert so that we may continue. Alright, well this one will be Keely. Convert me to your cult. I will follow your teachings faithfully. Alright. Keely. What should we make Keely? A cat? We've got a deer at the moment, a monster. As you can see, these ones are unlocked from the dark wood. Oh, look at that, there's a star. And a crab. The fish I got from fishing, I think. So I think actually I'll make Keely a fox. I'll make her a cat. Cats seem a bit more girly, don't they? Let's make her a nice pink. There we go. Get some war paint on there. On recruiting, follower immediately loses 10 faith. What the what the hell? What's wrong with you? You better not start no bullshit. Followers will either work or worship. Worshipping followers generate devotion for you to collect. But to collect devotion, you require a shrine. Build a shrine. Alright, well, I'm going to have to end the video now, WolfTheWolf. So yeah, thanks for watching, WolfTheWolf. Hopefully you've enjoyed this first episode of Cult of the Lamb. Hopefully the commentary has been okay. I've not recorded any videos since whenever I recorded the final episode of Stray. Maybe my Lego Sonic, which I don't think you would have seen yet. That's coming later on in August. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload part 1 of this playthrough relatively soon. So you might be watching this maybe around the 16th or 17th of August, depending on how long it takes to process on YouTube. And then the rest of the playthrough will probably continue near the end of YouTube, because I ain't got time to do double uploads at the moment. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, WolfTheWolf. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like, share, and join the pack today.